Alright guys, so at the time this video is coming out, Sonic Movie 4 is officially 2 years away from us. And with that has come a lot of fan theories. And now I thought it was the right time to make my own. So this is what I want in Sonic Movie 4. Alright, so getting straight into it. First, I obviously want time travel to be incorporated in this movie because Metal Sonic and Amy were both introduced in Sonic CD, and so was time travel. So it would just make sense if time travel were incorporated in this movie somehow. And one other thing I want to be incorporated is that Sonic doesn't exist in the alternate timeline Amy will come from. Courtesy of the concept art, we can see Eggman and Metal Sonic like the rulers of that alternate timeline. So I'm just gonna assume that Eggman killed Sonic in Sonic 2 or something. I don't know. Amy's probably gonna like say something in the movie like from what happened with Sonic 2, Sonic Protector died, so we went into refuge or something, and I became the leader. I don't know. That's probably something Amy's gonna say. So yeah, leading on to my third one, Amy will be the main protector of that alternate timeline, and will try to take down Eggman and Metal Sonic's like evil plans and take refuge or something. And again, Eggman will be the ruler of that alternate timeline, and he will create Metal Sonic at some point after Sonic's death. Now for the structure of the film, I want the film to start exactly as Sonic Movie 3's ending. Like as soon as that final race happens, we just cut to the forest thing. We cut to the forest, and yeah, I think that'll be a very good way to start off the movie. And to be fair, the first Sonic movie's ending, there was a way to make that not happen at the same time, because as soon as Sonic was like home alone, Tails appears. But in post-credit scene, there's no way that you can't make it happen after the end of Sonic 3. Basically, if this was like No Way Home, where No Way Home starts exactly at the end of Far From Home. So yeah, there's not really anything you can really change. You can't really change the opening of the film, besides having Sonic meet Amy and Metal Sonic. But yeah, one other thing is that Eggman will be the ruler of the alternate timeline, as I said again, obviously. And it will probably be like a very isolated and very strict area to live in. I don't know if this is really the best way to say this, but compare it to North Korea, or actually better example, Sonic Prime, New York City. I want to compare it to that. I want it to be like that. I think if it was like that, that would be a very good concept. And I want to just spitball this. In the final battle, Sonic will run super duper fast back to his own timeline, and him and Metal Sonic will have some kind of race. I want to say similar to Sonic OVA, that race. I kind of want a race to be like that, but it's actually Sonic racing him back to his alternate timeline. And one thing that I really don't want to happen, but due to what we have set up in this post-credit scene, I'm afraid it might happen. Tails and Knuckles are probably going to go looking for Sonic for the majority of this film. And yeah, I definitely don't think Tails and Knuckles will be a huge part of this film as much as I want them to be. I think during the final couple minutes of the film, they will be a bit more relevant. They will be shown in the movie though, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be after Sonic does something with Amy, they cut to Tails and Knuckles trying to find him. But yeah, one other thing that I don't really want to happen so much, but actually wouldn't mind this, actually I kind of like this. Shadow will not appear in this movie. And why, you may ask? Because it has nothing to do with the second post-credit scene. The second post-credit scene has nothing to do with this. But yeah, I want to assume that Shadow will have his own solo project before Sonic Movie 4. And yeah, in my opinion, I think this should definitely happen. I want Shadow's solo project just before Sonic 4. And I want the finale of the movie or show, whatever project it's going to be, to lead up to Sonic Movie 4. And I think it would be okay if Shadow appears at the end of Sonic Movie 4 to help out Sonic. But I don't want him to be a main focus, or maybe if they're gonna have him in the movie, sideline him. To be honest, I know these are very hot takes, but I definitely think this would be good for a development thing. But yeah, next one I want this movie to do is to push the PG rating by a bit. Definitely Sonic Movie 3 did push a PG rating, just a tiny bit. Not really what I was expecting, but still pushed it by a bit. I want this movie to push the PG levels kind of. I want some kind of violence. I'm okay with language or something. I don't really care. I don't want any of those potty jokes though. I don't want any of those freaking Sonic farting jokes. But yeah, somehow, some way, I want to say that Team Sonic and Amy will somehow imprison Eggman from alternate timeline, and like Amy's gonna become like a princess and like that alternate timeline thing. Like I want to assume that they put Eggman in like prison and they have a whole like dance off at the end of the movie. No, I'm joking. That won't happen. But it's the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Something like that's definitely gonna happen. And last but not least, I want to say that Silver will be a surprise character. And no, I do not mean like in the post-credit scene, even though that would be quite reasonable. Most of the Sonic movies have had a surprise character appear. Sonic Movie 2, Tails was in the post-credit scene, but Knuckles did appear in the trailers and the actual movie. Sonic Movie 3, Shadow was the post-credit character, but we did get Gerald. Now, for Sonic Movie 4, I don't know how this will work. So, we've got 2 characters revealed in the post-credit scene, which is usually the amount of new characters we get in most of the Sonic movies. So, I don't know how this is gonna work, and I definitely don't have any ideas on how Silver will be incorporated in the film. But I would like to assume that Silver will be in this movie somehow. If not the main movie, I would say the post-credit scene. Maybe he can be like antagonist to Sonic. Cause like, I mean, maybe Eggman said him. I am just saying this on the spot, but I am genuinely cooking with my theories, bro. Paramount, hire me. I got my resume. But yeah, that's basically all the Sonic Movie 4 predictions I have. Not really good. I came up with this freaking notes slide in like 4 minutes. I was just saying most of the things I wanted to happen in Sonic 4, and I hope at least most of these happen. And it's good for when the movie comes out, we can reflect on our predictions and see if these things happen. Actually, I'll see you guys next year when I make my What I Want in Sonic Movie 4 Predictions 2 video, when the movie is officially 1 year away. But okay, I don't need to explain anything to you guys. Okay, bye.